Okay, so Suitless has a couple of things you need to be aware of in order to mainly not die, because pirates do a ton of damage in Suitless. There is a lot of wall jumping going on too, so if you have trouble wall jumping, Suitless is gonna be a bit tough for you. When Suitless, no matter what upgrades you grab, you are gonna have a jump that is slightly lower than a high jump, but higher than a normal jump, and you're gonna have power grip, even though power grip is required. So even if you manage to skip power grip, you'd have it anyway. But the first thing we're gonna mention is the map skip. If you walk over to that map station, like so, you're gonna get the map. This takes a while. This is a cutscene showing the map, and you have to stand there and blink a lot and get a text box and have to start moving again. What you can do instead is just do a tiny jump. Like you cannot get the map while airborne, so if you just jump over it, it's fine. There's a small trigger right here. Yes. If you jump too high, you're gonna hit the thing, like the cylinder, and you're gonna fall into it. So do a tiny jump. You'll be fine most of the time. We're also gonna grab this heal just for safety. There's no real reason to get hit anywhere in Suitless, but it could happen. And if it does happen and you haven't healed, you are dead right away. The anything that can damage you in Suitless will do 100 damage and you will die. Wait, no, that's not true. But anything the pirates do, touching the pirates or the pirates' laser beams, all do 100 damage. So touching any of those will kill you if you didn't take the heal. So it's just for safety, mainly. This first room, there is a way to not get caught by this first pirate, but it's really inconsistent and rarely happens, and it's sort of RNG dependent unless you stop and start reacting to how he's turning around. So we're not gonna do that. It's not a good idea to do that for speed. But you can jump down, freeze that pirate, and then there's a pirate that sometimes is on the left and sometimes on the right. We're not quite sure how that works because pirates are not random. There's nothing random about any pirate in the game. So there's something that makes that pirate be on the left rather than the right, and we're not sure what that is. So it might seem like it's happening randomly, but most of the time you're gonna get one of the two. But I can't tell you which one of those it's gonna be. That depends on how you do the rest of this room. But either way, the strat I'm about to show you should handle both options. So you jump down, shoot this guy, jump up here. If he's on the left, you shoot him sooner. Otherwise, you just wait for him to come for you, and then shoot him and run through. And pirates can't hit you while they're stunned, so you just run straight through him. There's a second way to not get caught over here. There's a crawl space, and you like fall down into a tripwire. But there's a way to not get caught there. I'm not going to demonstrate that because it is hard, and it's the people are debate whether they should do this trick or not. I'd say no to a newer player. So an easier way that only it wastes like a second compared to getting the skip, but saves a lot of time compared to failing the skip, is to just jump up here and run through this tripwire, and then shoot away the floor over here so you fall down. And then you just escape the pirates as if you failed the tripwire skip. Like I said, there's a lot of wall jumping going on. As soon as the pirate reaches the top and jumps, you're free to run right. The alarm is gonna shut off. That timing always works. As long as he didn't fall down or something weird in the previous room. Doing a straight jump there is guaranteed to clear the ledge, but it's not really important. Something to keep in mind maybe if you're annoyed at that. Shoot up here to hit an invisible block to the secret path. There are a few pirates down here that you don't want to get caught by. So what you do is you run off the ledge and then you turn around and press and start spinning. If you want, you can do a jump extend. If you want, you can do a jump extend like so to reach the ledge, or you can just power grip. And once you get down there, both are viable. You're never gonna, as long as you can get the power grip, they can't see you. Just get up here and run to the left. Now there is a way to be faster than these searchlights, but it's hard and inconsistent, so I wouldn't recommend it. Just go up to that platform and wait for them to spread apart so you can go through. In this room you kind of don't want to fall down, but it's not a big deal if you do. You want to reach up here, like make that jump and go down to the door. If you fail that jump, you're gonna fall down. It's not that big of a deal, just make sure to wait for the pirates to jump off the ledge before you go up there. Otherwise, this room works like normal. There's no change in that room except there's a pirate hunting you. As soon as you get down here, the alarm's gonna shut off anyway. You can shoot that pirate and make him slightly angry without activating the alarm, which is always fun. This next room requires you to, the way we do it in speedruns requires you to do some pretty good wall jumping. Like you can't start failing single wall jumps at all to get through this room. There's a bunch of searchlights, but they're in static positions and static movements, so as long as you're doing your wall jumps right, they will not see you at all. If you miss a wall jump, or like if you miss the first jump going in, you should just go back into this room and reset the first searchlight so they won't catch you. Like if you fail that jump for whatever reason, just go back in here and back out so the searchlights get reset. As long as you don't fail any of those wall jumps, the searchlights will never catch you. If you do get caught, I need to show this how to get rid of the pirate. If you do get caught, that sees you. That you might have to freeze that pirate. The way to get out of it is to get up here, and then you have to shoot this block. That's important. If you don't shoot that, you're gonna get caught anyway. You have to shoot that for it to disappear. If the alarm's not running, it's no big deal. Just jump up here. Nothing exciting. And then some more wall jumping. Again, if you're doing the wall jump correctly, the ice will never hit you. There is a way to get through this room without, like, while shutting off the alarm. It's fairly complex. Like how it works and why it works is pretty complicated. The trick itself is pretty simple to perform, but I'm not gonna display it here because it only helps a tiny amount of time and it will only confuse new players. The trick is supposed to leave the alarm off right now so we can get through there. If the alarm is running, you just run into the save room and out again to shut it off. There is no way to stop that pirate. I just want to put it out there. There is no way to catch him. He can't be shoot. You can't shoot him. He doesn't react to shots at all. We've tried this a bunch of times. There's no way. He's pretty much an effect as far as we know. You want to wait here until the eye does a second shot before you do wall jump up. Then you power grip that ledge and wait until the pirate jumps. Once the pirate has jumped, you're free to jump up to where he was. Like so. It is possible to not wait for the eye, but it requires you to do the room like at a decent speed. You might not want to try it. It's up to you. There's a few different ways to get through this big room. Let's see. The one I usually do is a diagonal shot. As soon as you reach the flat ground, like here, you shoot, and then you jump kind of late, and the shot will always hit him right in his forehead. And then you'll have another shot charged by the time you get to the second pirate. Just keep your eye on the charge meter and not on the actual frame, because you're just holding right anyway. And as soon as it starts flashing, you can shoot a shot and then do a tiny jump to be fine. You can also shoot this guy like that if you don't like doing the diagonal. The second guy will always hit the pirate and not you, and you'll be free to do the rest of the room like normal. Again, this might feel a bit scary the first few times, but once you understand how the pirates move and how they work, they're really static, and as long as you do the same thing every time, they're gonna respond exactly the same every time. This guy will pretty much never hit you. You have to be really slow for that shot to hit you. Falling down here is disastrous. There are 7-ish pirates down there, and there is a good chance you are going to die. So you might not want to do those wall jumps I did, and instead jump up on the platforms if you don't feel confident in your wall jumping. Falling down there is not acceptable. You are going to die in 90%. You might die in 100%. It is super scary. This boss is pretty much all R&D. He is going to show Samus in a ball. I'm assuming you played the game before, but he's gonna show Samus in a ball, and that eventually turns into a glyph you have to shoot. The time between the timer for her turning into a glyph is random, and it changes every time. There's no way to have any sort of reliability on this. You just have to react, which is easier said than done sometimes, especially since he'll kill you in about 3 hits, 4 hits maybe. First one is easy because it's not moving. After this, he starts shooting lightning at you, but only if you're standing still. If you move around, like by jumping up or down or moving left right, he won't shoot the standard lightning aimed at you. He will still shoot the lightning in the middle of the floor. Let's see if we can get him to do that. The lightning is also this lightning that goes along the floor. He's still gonna do that, but at least you'll know that's the lightning he's about to do. If you're never standing still, so you can be ready to jump over it. So what you want to do is just wait for this. There, and then start moving. Like run left to right, jump up, down, do whatever you want to do. But always be ready to shoot the ball. Like keep your eyes on the ball and always be ready that it might transform at any minute, any second, and be ready to always keep a mental aim at the ball. Like what to do if it turns right now. And you should be fine. He starts moving pretty quickly at the end, so it might be a sort of tough to deal with this boss. But as long as you're calm, as long as you keep your cool, and just constantly aim at the ball every time, like all the time, even though nothing's really happening, and you should be okay.